Hello everyone, this is Somaranjan Naik and I welcome you to my channel The Mango Researcher. Today we have a very special guest, Ipshita Mohanty. She is a trained classical dancer, a self-made chef, a budding YouTuber and a research scholar at IIT Kharagpur pursuing her PhD in mechanical engineering. She has been very kind to come to our channel and give a brief description of her overall experience of PhD at IIT Kharagpur. So we'll be looking into why did she choose IIT Kharagpur, her interview process, what is the guide selection procedure in the institute, what are the major difficulties that are faced by the PhD students in the institute, then the requirements of qualifiers, number of publications required, duration of PhD, placements in PhD, accommodation provided to the PhD research scholars, including the married research scholars, the fees that the students have to pay, and the advice and few advices that she, on her personal note, would like to give to all of you who are thinking of pursuing your PhD at IIT Kharagpur. So before starting with the interview, Ipshita has also provided us with a collage of pictures of IIT Kharagpur that she has herself shot. And let's look into those pictures first, and beyond that we'll be having a discussion. So you all must have definitely liked the collage of pictures that she has provided. She's at home now, college hasn't reopened yet, so she had to provide us with the pictures. So Ipshita, welcome to the channel. I hope your experience
Hello.
will be useful to many who are aspiring for PhD at IIT Kharagpur. So I'd like to ask you to give a brief introduction of yourself.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Basically, I'm from Odisha. I did my BTech in BSCT Burla in production engineering. So I am junior to Somaranjan sir, and then I joined IIT Bhubaneswar for my masters in metallurgy, and then I joined IIT Kharagpur, and I'm continuing my PhD at IIT Kharagpur in mechanical engineering department in my manufacturing domain.
So viewers, I have added a link to her YouTube channel in the description below. You can always go to her channel and do look into the talent that she has. And she has made very beautiful videos. So you can visit her channel. So Ipshita, why did you choose IIT Kharagpur?
Yeah, first of all, it's near to my home, the older IIT near to my home. And I had some seniors from Burla at IIT Kharagpur. So they have suggested that in manufacturing, there are lots of facilities. They have specially separate section for research in manufacturing that is called DHI Center of Excellence, in that is in collaboration with Department of Heavy Industries, Government of India. So they provide lots of advanced machines like 3D printers, 3D scanners and CNC kind of thing, and that will very good for research in manufacturing. So I always wanted to be in manufacturing and do my further research, and I found that IIT Kharagpur would be the best, and it is near to my home also, and that's why I joined IIT Kharagpur.
Okay, good, Ipshita. Ipshita, if you could tell our viewers regarding the entire selection procedure, like applying for a PhD at IIT Kharagpur, what is the entire process? If you could explain us.
Yeah, sure. First of all, they will give you the call for the written test based on your GATE score. So after that shortlisting process, you have to appear for the written test, and then the written test will comprising of some not exactly as like the GATE level. It's a level bit high than GATE. And basically in mechanical engineering department, if you are applying for manufacturing, then they will ask you questions regarding only manufacturing. If you are applying for design, then they will ask you only design related things. So the area becomes short, but the basic concepts should be very clear. So they will ask basic questions, and then you have to answer them, and then after that they will declare the results. So basically they shortlist around 10 to 15% of student from the written test, and then they will call for the interview. and then after the interview, they will declare the result.
Okay. So you mean to say that anyone who is aspiring to be a PhD at IIT Kharagpur needs to be very strong in his or her foundations.
Yes, yes.
Okay, good.
First of all, he has to choose that in which domain he or she wants to do his PhD. So then he can prepare well and appear for the written test.
Okay, so department related questions will be asked in the written test, and then in the interview, if someone has done some project work or something, based on that.
Interview, yeah. In interview process is like first of all they will ask you about your MTech project, and if it is linked with your BTech, then you can explain that if you have really done something good in your BTech, then you can explain them, and from that they will shortlist some 3 to 4 domains of research, and then from that you have to choose 2 domains, and the respective professor will ask you questions from those domains, and that will be your actual interview process, and then according to your answers they will choose like who wants to take you, and like that which topic they want to allocate, like that they will decide. So it is basically
Okay. The next
the
question
professor
that we
will,
have. Okay. The next question is the guide selection procedure. So what is the procedure at IIT Kharagpur?
Yeah, as I mentioned, in the interview process only, the professor will choose you. Okay, based on your interest, based on your past experience, based on your skills, they will decide. This is the case in mechanical engineering department. But if you look at metallurgy, so they have like after the interview, like 3 to 4 professors will ask you questions, and then they will give you options for the professor. So when you after you join, you will you can choose your professor. You can go and talk to them, take your time, like 1 week time, and then you can choose your professor. So it varies from department to department.
Okay, okay. Because at IIT Bombay, in most of the departments, we have this procedure. Like we are giving some stipulated time, and then we can go there, talk to professors, and and then decide who our guide is. The student decides who the guide is. But in the IIT Roorkee, we had a similar procedure that you were saying. That before joining, only a student is allocated to a faculty.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So next question would be like, you see now there are many students for appearing. Well, now we have many students who are interested for their PhD just after their BTech. They are not interested for MTech anymore. So
Yeah, they have a 5-year BTech program, and then if so like that.
no, in case someone has done 4 years of BTech program, after that
Okay,
they
okay.
want to join
Yeah.
PhD. So and then there are people who want to join PhD after their regular MTech or MS. So I would like to know that what are the credit levels or the number of subjects that a BTech student, a MTech student has to clear in order to qualify for PhD.
Okay.
Qualify
If you are
from
joining-
qualify viewers from qualify. I mean that you have to complete your coursework. Then only you get registered in an institute. In the first semester or the first year, you have to clear some subjects. So what Ipshita would be telling is exactly how many subjects a BTech entrant and a MTech entrant is expected to clear for PhD registration.
Yeah. For that, if someone joins after BTech, then he has to clear a minimum of 20 credits in 1 year of span. Okay. So that is the procedure. And if you are joining after MTech, then you have a minimum of 10 credits and maximum of 20 credits.
Okay, so Ipshita, if you could tell us in terms of number of subjects, this like how many subjects?
Okay, yeah. So the number of subjects, if you are joining after MTech, then the number of subjects could be 3 to 4, and each are having 3 to 4 credits. Okay, so like that you can choose your topics. So basically here for PhD we have compulsory English for everyone. Okay, so that is compulsory, and another is interdepartmental subject. So that is the interdisciplinary subject. So that is common for all. So everyone is bound to take English and that subject. And apart from that, you can choose maximum 3 to 4 subjects related to your research work. Departmental subjects or research work related subjects.
So you mean to say that if a MTech student joins, then he has to clear 3 to 4 subjects, and if a BTech student joins directly for PhD, then 6 to 7 subjects. Is that correct?
Yes. It's like that.
Okay. So this is a very important question. Most of the students have doubt in this. Okay. So now would be asking you regarding qualifiers. Like, does every department has a qualifier, or is there any strict rules laid out for the qualifiers or the comprehensive exams?
Yeah, as far I know, every department is having their qualifiers, but the way they conduct the qualifier, that differs from department to department. So, as I can say, in mechanical engineering, they have comprehensive exam. So they have proper written test, like numericals, then short answer questions. So you have to appear for 3 hours, 3 hours of exam, and then they have a minimum qualifying marks of 60%. So like that, the procedure is there, and for there the question is really like bit tough. So the professor said the question, so it bit tough. So it's like that. And in metallurgy, they ask for the written test and interview also. And some departments only tell their students to prepare a presentation about their research plan for PhD. So it goes on like that.
So to the viewers who don't know what qualifier is, it's a second level of screening. Okay. First level of screening comes when you appear your interview or written round. Then a certain lot of students are chosen. Now the second level of screening comes, that is the qualifier exams, where a student has to pick up at least 3 subjects and has to pass those subjects with certain amount of marks. If you don't qualify, then I think you are given one more chance, and if you don't qualify the second chance also, then your roll call is eliminated. You are thrown out of the institute. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the procedure that is followed in most of the institutes, in most of the departments. But I would say that, like in metallurgy department, IIT Bombay, we don't have a qualifier at all. We don't have it, because people from diversified fields, from chemistry, from physics, from electronics, from mechanical engineering, from production, automobile, there people are from so many diversified fields that setting up of a common paper for all, or setting up even a paper for all, is a difficult task. So they haven't kept any qualifiers at IIT Bombay in metallurgy department. But yes, in other departments we have qualifiers, and people do get eliminated. So keep it in mind that getting into IIT after your interview and written is the first step. The second step is qualifying. Okay, the qualifiers, that is very important. Okay,
That is important.
Yeah, Ipshita, thank you for the information. Ipshita, next we would go is, like, is there any number of publication demand from the institute? Like, a PhD student has to publish this many papers, or has to
Yes.
go to this many conferences. Is there any limit set by the institute?
Yeah, the limit set is like you must have 2 publications in preferred journals. That is the publication thing. And for conferences, basically the institute will finance you for one conference in India and one conference in abroad. Okay, and if you want to do more conferences, then you can go at your own
Expenses.
like expenditure. Yeah, at your own expenses. So the conference thing is like not bound, but the publication is compulsory.
Okay, so it depends from institute to institute, varies from institute to institute.
Yes.
But like over here, we don't have any such restrictions from the institute side. But yes, the limitations are set by the department, like 2 papers
Yes.
or 1 paper and 1 conference. Such rules are set up by the department, but there is no rule of that sort from the institute itself. Okay. So
But
Ikshita,
what happens is,
yeah, tell.
what happens is, if you have 3 to 4 publications also, then at last it depends upon the guide. So if he is not satisfied, so that is a thing. So it's not like if you do 2 publications, you will get your degree. So
Yeah,
depends upon
exactly.
the guide,
Ikshita, you mentioned
guide
a
and
very
the DSA member.
You mentioned a very important point, because I have seen many students who have this thinking that, okay, I'll go and publish 2 papers in 2 years and I'll come out. Nahi, aisa nahi hota.
No, this is not the case.
You have to wait for your guide to give you a green signal until and unless then you are in your PhD. You cannot leave it. Okay. Now, Ikshita, if you tell us about the normal average duration of PhD at IIT Kharagpur, what you have seen.
Yeah, what I've seen is the average duration is minimum of 4.5 years. 4 years or 4.5 years, and maximum it goes for 6 to 7 years, like that.
Okay,
And
so
we have a provision in IIT Kharagpur, like after your fifth year, the institute will provide you the stipend. So depending upon if you have the project,
Akshita, these
if
are
your
two.
guide,
Okay, tell.
yeah,
These
yeah,
are
if
two
your
different
guide,
things. Like institute giving
yeah,
you a stipend and guide having a project. These are two different things. So if you
yes,
could
yes.
give some clarity in that.
There is a provision in IIT Kharagpur that after completing your fifth year, so from the institute, they can provide you a scholarship up to 1 year maximum. And if your guide is having a project in hand, then he can tell you to join that project and continue your PhD also, and then he can also finance you.
Shita, if you could tell us about placements of PhD, it's a very important doubt, like a very regular doubt from students that uh, is it a faculty position that students get, or there are labs, private labs, government labs, or some companies who recruit PhDs at IIT Kharagpur.
Yeah. If you talk about the recruitment process, so most of like in IIT Kharagpur, if you are interested in faculty position, so every year some private institute from south, they come and then they do the interview process, and like department, sorry, depending upon their requirements for faculty position, they will do. And many of the students get there as faculties. So if you want to join private institutions, and if you join IITs like as a professor, then people go for postdoc, and then they join like that.
Okay, so you mean to say that there are broadly two scopes of placements. One is that of institutes, like preferably mostly at the southern so institutes, engineering institutes, and engineering universities in the southern part of the country.
Yes,
And secondly, people go for postdoc.
go for postdoc, foreign postdoc like that.
Okay.
And also people join some research labs also.
Okay. So there are and startups. Do you find any PhD?
Yeah. Yes, yes, there are many startups also. Like many students are doing startups, and another option is mostly if you are joined like under a project that is collaboration with some good companies like Tata, then ISRO also. So people do projects like those, like people join their projects in their PhD, and then they get into those companies or those organizations. So that is also another option.
Okay, that's a very good option. Like
Yeah, that
Tata
is a
comes,
very good option.
they float some projects. One goes and works in that, and at the end, if everything remains good,
Then
then they
they
get
call for the
selected.
R&D. Yes, yes.
So they are called for the R&D cell. Okay, ठीक, good. And if you could tell me about accommodation, how easy to get the accommodation for a married research scholar? Like individual students like you would be getting accommodation right from day one. But if someone gets married, how difficult it is to get accommodation?
For married scholars, the accommodation, there is a waiting line. So there, the waiting, so they have to wait for minimum of 2 months. Okay, for getting. So there is a waiting line. So most of them, they prefer to stay nearby the campus. So there are many rent houses nearby the campus. So that they prefer to stay there. And when they get a call from the institute for the house, then they come and stay.
Okay, good. We have a waiting period of 2 to 3 years. Okay. So it's a difficult job out
Two
there.
months is minimum, maximum 6 months like that. But what I have seen is most of them prefer to stay outside the campus.
Are the accommodations good enough?
Here,
Like well furnished?
yeah, well furnished is one thing. So because IIT Kharagpur is a very older IIT, so the rooms are like the style of the room and the doors and all the facilities are very old kind of
Okay,
thing.
okay, okay,
So
okay.
if so like that, so that's why they prefer to stay in good houses outside the campus.
So do they get any HRA like from the institute?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the amount?
No.
You
Sorry, I
can
don't
find
know.
it out. Like we
Yeah.
have 24%. Okay, you can find it out and let me know. I'll put in the description below in case someone wants it.
The HR is not there, but what I know is basically our institution, the tuition fee is very low, but
Yeah.
we pay a huge amount for the hostel maintenance and hostel rent, like kind of thing. Even the mess food is the amount we pay for mess food is also low. But if you are staying outside the campus, you are debarred from paying those fees for hostel maintenance and hostel rent, like that.
So now coming to about the fees, like how much do you pay for your semester?
For your semester, it's around 34,000.
Like including tuition fees and lodging
Tuition
and fooding,
fees,
everything.
lodging, fooding. Yeah. For mess, we pay 12,000 for 6 months, like one semester, and then we have 8,000 tuition fee, and then other fees. So it becomes 34,000.
So Ikshita, now you can honestly tell how good your mess food is, how you like it, how much you like it.
Mess food is average, I can say.
So can you make better food than that in your room?
Yes, yes. So I was thinking of buying
Daksha.
buying all the equipments and prepare some food for myself. So
It will
because
be
if you look at foods on Thursday, Tuesday, so while there is no non-veg, then the mess food is like difficult to eat.
I actually stayed at your Triple M hostel, Madan Mohan Malviya hostel. You have a hostel, na? I went there,
Yes, yes.
and it was difficult for me to. It was very difficult for me to eat that food that they served on that very particular day. I don't know whether that food is regular or not, but it was very difficult because if you see our food, like I have made a
IT
video.
Bombay is like,
Yeah, the food is like fabulous out here. The variety that we have is excellent. But when I went there, I had a very tough time to like have a complete meal out there. So then I felt that yes, there is difference. Like every IIT has a different story regarding food.
yeah, we have lots of restaurants inside our campus, so we generally go for the restaurants.
And Ipshita, one another thing that have you ever got lost in your 2400 acres or 2100 acres campus?
Yeah, yeah, at the beginning when I joined my PhD, so actually the manufacturing center that I mentioned, so that is very far from our mechanical department also, and it's very far from my place. So they have lots of confusing routes. So they have a rural development center there. So then I went there and I thought that I went into a jungle like that. So then I asked someone, and so initially it was difficult. Yeah. Once it happened to me.
I went to IIT Kharagpur to attend a tech fest, Kshitij, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
So anyone who is not from Odisha or from the eastern part of the country, Kshitij is a tech fest of IIT Kharagpur, and it is like you can say a pilgrimage for all the students of engineering in our state. Anyone who joins engineering goes once to Kshitij. Okay, and I was also one of them. I went there to attend, and on the very first night I got lost, and it took me some 5-6 hours to find where I was staying because we were given some faculty quarters. No one knew about it, so we had a terrible
The faculty quarter route is also very confusing, but nowadays you can take the help of Google Map also.
We did back then. I'm talking of
Yeah.
we had nothing of that sort, so I got lost. It was a terrible thing. And Ipshita, if you could give some advices to the new students who are planning to
who
join
wants
IIT.
to join. Frankly saying, what happens is after MTech, so basically the students, most of the students do not have plan for PhD from their mind from right from BTech. Okay, so after MTech, some gets their interest in research. So in MTech, you are getting introduced to research field. So some are getting interest and they join PhD by their own interest. And some didn't get a good job in MTech. So but they have a good performance and good grades like that. So then they join PhD. So at initial years they find it very difficult to put their mind into research like that, and then they motivate themselves. So I have seen many people like that. But if you have so PhD is basically like independent research. Okay, so PhD, so you have to the guide will be there, but the ideas and everything will be yours. The guide is there to help you out. So it is all about independent research. So you should have your own interest in a particular area, like while you are joining your PhD. So that interest should be there.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be as an option. So it should be as a choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a very
That is
important point.
important.
Yeah. One needs to keep his or her motivation level at the peak round the time that he or she is pursuing PhD, because it's very easy to lose your motivation, lose your interest in the subject.
Yes,
It
and
is
we
very.
lose it many times. So in every IIT there is a center for improving your mental health. So so there are doctors, and they keep on doing the sessions for motivating yourself, for studying your mental health. They took the survey. So in IIT Kharagpur we had that survey. So in yearly or per semester we appear for that survey.
We
So
at
how is
IIT
the
Bombay,
mental health?
at IIT Bombay also we have some counselors, so you
Yeah,
can go there.
counselors are there.
Yeah, you go there and you speak anything that you want. But again, people are also not open to that, because we don't.
Yes, that is a thing in India. Basically,
Yeah.
people
Mental
don't
illness is
open.
mental illness is not considered, this is not taken with seriousness. So
You
apart
have to
from that,
deal with.
like from this advice, any other advice, like you have a big campus, you have to buy some bicycles, or you or students are allowed to keep their motorbikes or scooties, anything of that sort.
Yes, students are allowed to keep their motorbikes.
So PhD
If
students can buy a motorbike.
Yeah,
So have you bought?
but no, I have not, but I am planning to. So if you get the permission from your guide, then only the security will allow you to go into the departmental area, like using your scooty or motorcycle.
Okay, so can you take the motorcycle outside the campus also?
Yes, you can. You
Okay,
can.
great. When I graduated my MTech, I felt I will buy a Activa because I don't know how to ride bike. So, but then I learned that in IIT Bombay, you're not allowed to keep anything, only bicycle. Okay,
Okay.
okay. And so, Ipshita, like, one very important thing is like, are there any online portals for the new students to buy some things? Like if I want a old bicycle, or if I want to buy something which is in good condition but someone is selling, or I want to sell something, is there any portal online?
No, unfortunately, there is like no such portals.
We have one at IIT
So
Bombay.
what we that is good. So we should like it is a big campus. We have 21 hostels, so there like it should be there. But what we do is we visit like the respective hostels, and then every hostel is having a cycle repairing uncle or a cycle repairing center. So they have those people have all the data of who wants to sell the cycle, like that. So you can contact them, and he can give you the second hand cycle informations, like that. And for cycle selling, each semester the cycle shops are allowed to come into the campus, and from them you can buy new cycles. So most of the students, they go for buying new cycles. I don't know why, but most of them go like.
Actually, the thing is that when you buy a new cycle, you are actually spending more. If you can use a used
Yes.
cycle, then I over here or in IIT Bombay also, today also I'm using the used cycle. Anyway, it
Okay.
depends on preferences.
Yeah, it because that the use of bicycle is very more very so
Frequent.
you are very likely to, yeah, it is very frequent, and you are very likely to use bicycle, because the campus is very huge, and
You
from
have
your
separate bicycle lanes also, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. We have separate bicycle houses, bicycle lanes in every hostel, and the distance from your hostel to department is like high. So you have we have rickshaws in our campus, rickshaw and totos, small autos also for
So
going
small
from
auto is called
hostels to
Toto.
department. Yeah, the small auto is called Toto. We have that regular auto also.
Okay.
The Toto is basically the battery auto.
Okay.
So it is
Okay.
called
Good.
Toto there.
Good. Okay. Okay, Ipshita. So we have come to an end. I had these many questions. I would like to ask the viewers out there, if you have some other question, you can post in the comment section. Okay. And with this, we end. And again, I would like to remind you that I have put the link of Ikshita's YouTube channel. You should definitely go and watch her videos. They are very creative and very well made. Okay, and you can also learn how to from her recipes and all those things that she has done. So with this, Ikshita, like heartiest thanks to you for giving your time, and definitely this video will be useful for many of the students because this insider information no one has.
Yes.
Okay, we can. It's a very rare thing. That is the very reason that I have already made a video on IIT Guwahati, now IIT Kharagpur. So I am trying to catch hold of students who are ready to give their views or their
Yes.
informations. Okay,
Yeah, it
thank
is
you
very
so
good.
much for giving your time.
Yeah, thank you.